Welcome to Eating Heart Smart. This guide will provide the basic nutrition information you need to begin your journey to improved heart health. Eating healthy is a lifelong habit, not a diet. Making smart food choices and balancing your meals are important steps in managing overall health. In fact, adopting even small changes to your daily meal plan can make a big difference. Keep in mind, this guide is not meant to be all-inclusive. There are many types of heart disease. If your physician feels you need more in-depth counseling, he or she will refer you to a registered dietitian. While achieving and maintaining a healthy weight is an important part of your heart health program, a separate guide will be provided if weight loss is desirable. Now we'll discuss categories of food along with suggested amounts to consume each day. We'll also give you a sample menu using recommended foods from the list. Fruits and vegetables can be the foundation of a healthy diet. They are not only low in calories, but high in vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, and fiber. Eating fruits and vegetables can help reduce blood pressure, lower cholesterol, decrease risk of certain cancers, boost your immune system, support healthy digestion and vision health, and improve the absorption of many minerals. They should be a part of every meal, your first choice for a snack, and the main ingredient for your dessert. Fruits and vegetables come in every color of the rainbow, and the brighter the color, the higher the concentration of nutrients. In addition, different colors provide different benefits, so be sure to eat a variety. Fruit and vegetable juices are also in this group. Be sure the label says it's 100% fruit or vegetable juice. For those of you who say they may not like vegetables, there are many ways to incorporate them into your meal plan by adding them to foods you love. You can even toss veggies such as tomatoes, peppers, broccoli, or asparagus into an omelet. Grains contain carbohydrates that your body uses for energy. The best type of healthy carbs are whole grains such as oatmeal, whole wheat bread, brown rice, and barley. To determine if a food is truly whole grain, you need to read the label. Look for the words whole or whole grain before the grain's name, such as whole grain wheat. Healthy carbs are digested slowly and help you feel fuller longer. Some studies have shown whole grains help protect against heart disease, certain cancers, and diabetes. Foods such as white flour, refined sugar, and white rice have little to no fiber and nutrients unless these ingredients are added. They are digested quickly and can cause a spike in your blood sugar. Carbohydrates are also found in fruits and vegetables. Protein provides energy and is the building block for the body. A lack of adequate protein can slow growth, reduce muscle mass, lower your immunity, and weaken your heart. Trying different sources of protein can add variety to your plate and open options for healthier meals. Try adding beans, such as navy beans, black beans, garbanzo beans, or lentils, to soups, stews, or salads. These foods contain no saturated fat and also add fiber to your diet. If you are a vegetarian, be sure you are combining the appropriate grains and beans to provide all the needed nutrients. The American Heart Association encourages everyone to eat fish 2 to 3 times per week. Fatty fish contains omega-3 fatty acids, or good fat, which can be found in salmon, mackerel, albacore tuna, sardines, and trout. Omega-3 has been found to protect against heart disease by lowering blood triglycerides, fats, and reducing blood clotting. Chicken and turkey are good sources of protein and can be low in saturated fat if the skin is removed. Red meats contain iron, however, they are also high in saturated fat, so use sparingly and be sure to select leaner cuts and remove all visible fat before cooking. Milk and dairy are good sources of protein, calcium, and, through fortification, vitamin D, which are essential for strong bones. However, milk, cheese, and other dairy products are naturally high in saturated fat. Therefore, choose skim or reduced fat milk, cheese, and other items such as yogurt and ice cream. Other sources of calcium are dark leafy green vegetables and dried beans and legumes. Fiber is not a food group, but is found in many healthy food choices. Dietary fiber is the term for materials in the plants that your body can't digest. Fruits, vegetables, some whole grain foods, beans, and legumes are all good sources of dietary fiber. Fiber is classified as soluble or insoluble. The American Heart Association eating plan suggests that you eat foods high in both types of fiber. When included in a meal plan low in saturated fat, trans fat, and cholesterol, soluble fiber has been shown to help lower blood cholesterol. Foods high in soluble fiber include oat bran, oatmeal, beans, peas, rice bran, barley, citrus fruits, strawberries, and apple pulp. Insoluble fiber doesn't seem to help lower blood cholesterol, but it's an important aid in normal bowel function. Foods high in insoluble fiber include whole wheat breads, wheat cereals, wheat bran, cabbage, beets, Brussels sprouts, turnips, cauliflower, and apple skin. A healthy diet contains 20 to 35 grams of fiber per day. When choosing foods, consider the following guidelines. Choose 2 to 3 servings per day of protein. This can include the following: 2 to 3 ounces of fresh or frozen fish, shellfish, meat, or poultry. Half cup of cooked dried beans or peas. Half cup low-sodium canned fish, such as salmon or tuna. 1 low-sodium frozen dinner per day containing less than 600 milligrams of sodium, or 1 egg with a limit of 3 whole eggs per week. Choose 2 or more servings per day of dairy products, such as 1 cup of soy milk, 1½ ounces of cheese, half cup cottage cheese, 1 cup of milk, or 1 carton of non-fat or low-fat yogurt. Choose 5 or more servings per day of fruit and vegetables, including half cup of fresh, whole, chopped, cooked, frozen, or canned fruit, half cup of low-sodium tomato juice or V8 juice, 1 cup of raw leafy vegetables, half cup chopped, cooked, frozen, or no salt added canned vegetables, half cup low-sodium tomato sauce. Finally, choose 6 or more servings per day of breads and grains, preferably whole grain, such as bread, rolls, bagels, and cereals, half cup of pasta or rice, or whole grain crackers. You should consume sweets, fats, and oils sparingly. These can include 1 ounce of nuts, 3 cups of popped popcorn, 1 tablespoon of jelly or honey, olive and canola oils, butter and margarine, ketchup, and salad dressing. You can also use certain condiments freely, such as lemon juice, vinegar, and herbs and spices without salt. The sample menu on your screen gives an example of foods you could eat in a typical day. When it comes to salt, less is better. People with heart disease need to be especially aware of how much they are consuming. Recommended intake varies and may depend on your type of heart disease. Your physician may have recommended an amount to stay at or below. If not, a good goal is 2,300 to 2,500 milligrams per day. To put this in practical terms, 1 teaspoon of salt equals 2,300 milligrams. Keep in mind, a diet plan lower in salt means more than just taking the salt shaker off the table. Salt or sodium is present in almost all processed foods and may be hidden where you least expect it. Here are some tips for reducing salt in your diet. Remove the salt shaker from the table. Avoid canned or boxed foods. Use fresh or frozen vegetables and low-sodium soups. Prepare food from scratch as much as possible and use ingredients that are low in salt. Use mixed seasonings that do not contain salt, such as garlic powder or Mrs. Dash. Avoid smoked, pickled, processed, or canned meats, such as bacon, sausage, lunch meats, and hot dogs. Avoid condiments high in salt, such as ketchup, soy sauce, cheese, salad dressing, mustard, teriyaki, and Worcestershire sauces, and avoid salty snacks such as pretzels, chips, salted nuts, olives, and salted crackers. Remember that using the herbs and spices is a great way to add flavor to your food without the salt. Try exploring different seasonings that you may not be familiar with. Some options to consider are allspice, basil, chives, cinnamon, coriander, ginger, mint, mustard, nutmeg, oregano, paprika, rosemary, saffron, tarragon, and thyme. Fats are needed in everyone's diet, but should be used sparingly. Fat is needed to utilize vitamins A, D, E, and K, and it provides energy for our daily activities. However, too much fat can lead to blocked arteries, causing heart attack and stroke. The suggested daily intake of fat is no more than 25 to 30% of total calories consumed. Here's an overview of the types of fats and sources in our food. Monounsaturated fats. These fats are liquid at room temperature and tend to lower bad cholesterol and raise good cholesterol. Sources include peanut, olive, and canola oils, avocado, and nuts. Polyunsaturated fats are liquid at room temperature and also tend to lower bad cholesterol and raise good cholesterol. Sources include corn, safflower, soybean, sesame, sunflower, and cottonseed oils. Saturated fats are solid at room temperature. They raise bad cholesterol and stimulate the body to produce cholesterol. Sources include butter, cream, red meat, whole milk, cheese, lard, palm and coconut oils, and cocoa butter. Cholesterol is a fat-like waxy substance. Sources include egg yolks, organ meats, beef, pork, whole milk and whole milk products, lard, bacon, and shellfish. Finally, trans fats raise bad cholesterol and are found in products made from partially hydrogenated oils, such as baked goods, snack foods, and highly processed foods. To lower their fat in your diet, follow these simple steps. Limit red meat to 3 to 4 times per week. Choose lean cuts, such as sirloin, and trim fat before cooking. Remove skin from poultry before cooking and choose white meat. Avoid frying foods. Bake, broil, boil, roast, grill, or steam foods instead. Place meats on a rack so fat can drain off. Remove fat from meat drippings by refrigerating drippings until the fat is hardened. Then, remove the fat and use the juice for making gravy or soups. Switch to low-fat or fat-free dairy. Substitute 2 egg whites for 1 whole egg in cooking. Read labels and choose foods that have more polyunsaturated and monounsaturated fats than saturated fats. Finally, cook with vegetable oils instead of butter or shortening. Good choices include olive oil, canola oil, or peanut oil. Prevent overeating and promote a balanced diet by practicing portion control. Our bodies need a variety of foods, with some foods being needed more than others. Use the diagram on your screen as a guide to how your plate should look at each meal. Our bodies need fresh fruits and veggies most, so fill your plate with those first. Divide remaining space between lean meats and fish with whole grains. Another simple way to control portion sizes is by eating off smaller plates. By decreasing the amount of space, you are automatically decreasing your portion sizes, hassle-free. Portioning tips. Fill half of your plate with fruits, veggies. Fill a quarter of your plate with whole grains, like brown rice or whole wheat pasta. And fill a quarter of your plate with a protein, like a lean meat or fish. Review the chart on your screen. This gives you an easy way to visually estimate the correct portion sizes for various types of food. One of the best ways to have a healthy diet is to plan ahead and keep your kitchen stocked with healthier foods. Remember, out of sight, out of mind. If the high-calorie snacks are not on the shelf, you can't eat them. If you are able to grocery shop, use the following tips to make your trip successful. If someone else shops for you, ask to go over your list to be sure they know exactly what you need. First, don't shop hungry to avoid buying foods you really don't want. Shop the perimeter of the store. This is generally where you will find fresh fruits and vegetables, meat, fish, poultry, and dairy products. Keep color in mind and select fruits and vegetables that are bright. Be adventuresome and choose a new food every time you shop. Add some frozen items, such as vegetables and fruits when they are not in season. Locate the aisles with spices, oils, and whole grain breads, cereals, crackers, and rice. Avoid aisles with processed foods and baked goods. When in doubt, read the label and use the information to make the healthiest choice. Avoid foods with more than 5 ingredients, artificial ingredients, or ingredients you cannot pronounce. choose egg substitute instead of fresh eggs. When buying poultry, choose leaner, skinless chicken breast meat rather than fattier legs and thighs. Finally, buy a non-stick vegetable spray for cooking. There is a large variety of seemingly healthy foods to choose from, but how do you know which ones are best? One tool, which is very valuable in answering this question, is the food label. The following tip will help you use food labels to make quick, informed food choices that fit into your meal plan. While there is a lot of information on a food label, we are going to focus on 5 key elements: calories, portions, sodium, fat, and fiber. The percent daily value shown on the far right of the label is based on a 2,000-calorie diet and therefore does not apply to everyone. While most packaged foods are required by law to have a nutrition label, this is voluntary for fresh items such as fruit, vegetables, and fish. Many grocery stores have posters displayed near these foods. If they do not, don't hesitate to ask. A review of each nutrient will follow, including recommended daily amounts. The serving size is the suggested portion for adults. The number of servings tells you how many of these portions are in the package. Each serving contains the nutrient amounts listed on the label. This is important information if you are trying to lose weight. Calories and calories from fat tell you how many calories are in one serving and how many of these calories come from fat. This information can be used to determine if a serving of this food is the best choice. Fat content is in grams. You will notice there are different types of fats listed. Total fat is the total grams of all fats in a serving. Other fats that may be listed are saturated fats, trans fat, polyunsaturated fat, and monounsaturated fat. Some or all of these fats may have grams noted. All of these fats are included in the total fat grams. The American Heart Association recommends that no more than 25 to 30% of your calories come from fat. Saturated fat should be 7% or less, and trans fat less than 1%. Cholesterol is a type of fat, but is not included in the total fat number. Content is in milligrams. It is best to consume less than 300 milligrams per day. Sodium content is in milligrams, and dietary fiber content is in grams. Everywhere you look, foods are covered with labels, names, and descriptions. What do they all mean? Use the chart on your screen to better understand what phrases like low fat mean to guide you in your purchasing. Following a healthy meal plan does not mean you can't eat out at your favorite restaurant. Below are some tips to keep you eating healthy while dining out. Plan ahead by limiting your salt and fat intake before going out. Avoid soups and broths. Request breads and rolls without salty, buttery crusts. Avoid pickles, canned or marinated vegetables, olives, cured meats, bacon and bacon bits, seasoned croutons, cheese, salted nuts, and seeds. Ask for salad dressing on the side and use only a small amount. Dip your fork in before taking a bite. Request steamed vegetables. Select meat, poultry, fish, or shellfish foods that are prepared by broiling, baking, roasting, grilling, and without breading. Ask for plain noodles, rice, or vegetables. Ask your server if there are low-sodium or low-fat menu selections. Request your food to be cooked without salt or MSG. Avoid mixed casserole dishes. Ask for sauces or gravies on the side or ask for them to be omitted. Avoid buffet-style or fast food chains. If you do eat at a fast food restaurant, choose salads or non-fried, non-breaded selections and skip special sauces, cheese, and condiments. Finally, select fruit, sherbet, gelatin, or plain cakes for dessert. By eating Heart Smart, eliminating the bad foods and adding more of the good-for-your-heart foods, you can truly make a difference in your health. It may take some getting used to, but your heart will thank you for it. Eating healthy does not mean you have to give up all your favorites. Many recipes can be altered to make it healthier without affecting the taste. Try the tips below. Use whole wheat flour in place of white flour. Reduce sugar by 1/4 or try an artificial sweetener. Use egg substitute in place of whole eggs. A quarter cup equals 1 egg. Cut the fat in half and be sure to use monounsaturated or polyunsaturated. If appropriate, use low-fat sour cream or low-fat yogurt. Use low-fat or fat-free products. A word of caution, some fat-free items contain more refined sugar, so they are not always the best choice. Pan or oven fry instead of deep frying. Use whole grains in place of refined, such as wild rice instead of white and whole wheat bread in place of white. Finally, some ingredients can be eliminated altogether, such as a dot of margarine or butter on the top of a casserole. Making changes in your eating habits and food choices can be a difficult task to accomplish. However, there are steps you can take to help you with this process. Being committed to success will lead to healthier choices sooner than you imagine. Follow these tips. Keep it simple and don't try to count calories or grams of fat. Focus on finding new foods you enjoy and incorporate them into your recipes. Think colorful, fresh, and variety. Don't skip a meal. This leads to overeating at the next meal or giving in to high-calorie snacks. Keep track of what you eat and balance bigger amounts with more physical activity. Keep your kitchen stocked with healthy foods. Make extra portions of your favorite foods and keep them in the freezer for quick meals. Eat slowly and enjoy your food. Do not eat in front of the TV or computer. Sit at a table. If you are still hungry when you are finished with your meal or snack, wait 10 minutes before eating more. You may find you are not really hungry. Drink 6 to 8 cups of water daily. Finally, be mindful of portion sizes. Even healthy foods contain calories, and eating too much can lead to unwanted weight gain. Use the meal planning guide provided to you as a way to track the foods you eat and nutrition information. This will help you make sure you're getting the right amount of nutrients in each category. If losing weight is part of your overall health plan, you may find that following the recommendations for healthy eating will help to achieve your goals. However, there is some additional information that can assist you. Also, it is wise to check with your physician before beginning any new eating or exercise plan. There are numerous diet and weight loss plans that guarantee you will lose weight if you follow their plans. However, you need to be cautious about health considerations related to fad diets or those that require you to eliminate food groups from your diet. Before you begin any diet plan, ask yourself, does it include fruits, vegetables, whole grains, low-fat dairy products, and lean protein sources? Does it include foods you like and would enjoy for the long term and not just a few weeks? Does it include foods that you can find in your local market? Does it fit your lifestyle and budget? Include physical activity? If the answers are no, you may need to consider another plan. The common factor in any weight loss program is calories and how many you consume. Simply put, you need to eat fewer calories than you burn. So, how many calories do you need? There are many methods and calculations to determine how many calories you use every day. However, counting calories can become confusing and time-consuming, and your calorie requirement can vary day to day, depending on the amount of physical exercise you do. If you decide you want to follow a structured diet based on counting calories, seek the help of a registered dietitian who can calculate your needs and assist with writing a meal plan tailored to you. The best method for weight loss is to begin with making healthy food choices that will fit into your lifelong eating plan. The next step is to add some type of physical exercise to your daily routine. This does not mean you have to join a gym or buy new equipment. Pick an activity that you enjoy and will stick to even after you shed those unwanted pounds. To keep you motivated, don't do the same activity every day. Many studies have shown that people who continue to exercise tend to keep their weight off longer than those who do not. By eliminating a few high-calorie, high-fat foods, adding low-calorie alternatives, and adding physical exercise, you will begin to lose weight and keep it off. Here is a calorie fact that can be useful when you are trying to decide which foods are best. 3,500 calories equals 1 pound. This means you have to eliminate or burn 3,500 calories to lose 1 pound. So if you cut 500 calories per day from your diet, you will lose 1 pound per week. 500 calories times 7 days equals 3,500 calories. Adding exercise to this equation can boost your weight loss even more. Consider these tips for successful weight loss. Make permanent changes to your diet and exercise habits. Put the proper portions on your plate and try to make the meal last at least 20 minutes. Expand your tastes and try new foods. Don't be fooled by low-fat or fat-free foods. Some contain more sugar and they do still have calories. Set a realistic goal. Don't feel you have to lose weight too quickly. If you cut 100 calories a day, you could lose 10 pounds in a year. And if you add some sort of exercise 5 days per week, you could be 20 pounds lighter. Drink plenty of water and skip the soda. Choose foods that keep your blood sugar at an even level, such as whole grains. Choose an activity you enjoy and stick with it. Don't skip breakfast. Finally, take the stairs instead of the elevator if you are able.